Alright guys, FitLike, how's it going? Uh, I was looking at these earlier on and I wasn't too sure if everybody would have seen these, so I thought we'd show them and we'd have a little looky. But kind of every kind of Christmas time, um, the shops are kind of filled with, it's like stocking filler kind of stuff, obviously. But you get these annuals in there, and not like a comic book annual um, where it's like a standard comic book size. You get these ones in there. I'll show you this one first. This is Marvel presents the superheroes. This one is 1979, and so it's like a hardback thing. It's solid, and it's well good shape for 1979. I mean, they tend to have the same back as the front. So yeah, I mean they're really cool. They reprint. They just reprint issues. But yeah, you see, they tend to do it in one color a lot of the time. But you get, yeah, look, there's a little like snakes and ladders style thing. But yeah, there you go. So you get full color ones, and you also get, that looks like Ditko, and you also get Dan Adkins. Never heard of him. Yeah, so you get these full color ones, but you get that there. That's Silver Surfer 12. That. So like first volume or whatever, Stan Lee. So they're not just printing any old shit, you know what I mean? They're putting some good stuff in, and you get a Thor one, and obviously a Submariner story in this issue. And yeah, they're really, really decent. I got a little set of them. So that was the first one. I got this Batman and Superman annual. And this one is 1977. So it's a couple of years, actually a couple of years earlier. And, I think it looks like a dog's bit in it there, but apart from that, it's brand new. There's a Denny O'Neil Joker story in here. And like, again, as I say again, they're just decent. You get a little text story, you get your wee games and stuff, you get your one colour bits, but they nip in and they must obviously print some of it like this and then bring it down to the one colour again just to save a bit of money, I guess. The Superman one is Elliot S. Maggin. Kurt Swan, though. So, I mean, you know what I mean? There's big names in these things. And they're just, yeah, little stocking fillers. I think that would have been like £1.70 or something back in the day. £1.25, look. It's pennies. Oh, look. Someone's done some sweet colouring in on there. So this one I was flicking through the other day. Yeah, this one's great. This is Spider-Man and Hulk omnibus, and I'm not necessarily sure if this would have been an annual, but like if this would have just been available all the time. But this one's 1983. But I noticed in here, I just take out my little bookmark. It's got the Secrets of the Spider-Man, and I might be wrong, but this was annual number 1, the first one. This is definitely Ditko. It was either annual number 1 or it was the backup in Spider-Man number 1. I can't remember. Someone will tell me. But it's like it goes through all his strengths and everything, what he can do, and obviously that we all know that he can use his webbing as skis and also as a raft, which is pretty cool. So that's some of the stuff he can do. But there's Hulk stories in here as well. You get these ones are quite nice, little painted text story there. The Grin of the Goblin, a little Spider-Man one. But like I say, yeah, these things don't really cost a lot of money. I wanted to show, I've got 2 more Spider-Man ones. This one's 83 annual. Everybody's involved, obviously. There's some good stuff in here. I think there's a Ralph Macchio story in here. Absolute Karate Kid. Is it this one? It might have been the last one. But yeah, look, God knows what you're supposed to do here. Cut it out. Find out by tracing. Oh, it says to trace them. Don't worry, don't cut them out. Don't be crazy. But I think this is John Romita, isn't it? Oh, it was back there. Yeah, oh God, look at this. But yeah, I mean, these don't cost a lot even now. This was actually less than the 125 it would have been back in the day. I think I paid, like 70p for this or whatever. 225. The inflation's hit them. So yeah, and then this one, if you were looking into anything, picking up these, I'd go for this one. This is the 1981. Sorry, this is the 1983. That one's the 1981. So I'd go for this one because it reprints Amazing Spider-Man 121 and 122, which is obviously death of Gwen Stacy and the death of Green Goblin. I had another one. I was just trying to find it. I think it's maybe gone forever. But yeah, so this one actually is a decent book to have. And, you know, if you were buying the Spider-Man omnibuses or whatever that are printed in black and white, you know, this one's full colour right the way through, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, you get a wee text story to break it up. Oh, yeah. Spider-Man TV show, movie, whatever. Look at this. Look at that. Spider-Man in action. Can you see that? Yeah, you're getting that. I mean, they've fairly come on costume design since then, haven't they? Look at it. I mean, that's the sort of costume that we'd buy now. You know what I mean? If we went into a costume shop, that's the sort of shit they'd try and pan off on you. So you can be like Spider-Man too. But I remember there's a really terrible one. Yeah, look at those. Look at that. Pretty cool, really. But yeah, there's Goblin's Last Stand. Gwen's beefed it. So, yeah, I mean, these are great. I definitely recommend them. Oh, this is not going as well as I hoped. Okay, and then the last one. Oh, sorry, by the way. I put these up here because I thought I'd give you all a fright. So, Ghosts #1 and Unexpected 166. This is a cool cover. Look at that. I'm kind of on the fringes of starting big collections of these. I've not really got there yet, but I'm definitely into it. Ghost #1 is sweet. That's a great little book. I think, is it Go? No, it's Unexpected. The letters pages in Unexpected are great. Instead of people just writing in and saying, you know, I'm a first-time writer, I love your book and all this crap, they actually write in with like ghost stories and weird kind of like, well, tales of the unexpected. So that's cool. That's interesting. Yeah, sorry, so a little break there. On to the last one. This is the Star Wars Annual #1. I don't know if this is worth anything. It probably isn't. I just found it in a charity box. But this reprints Star Wars #1 in black and white, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's just in black and white, but I mean, still. There's a colour one there. Yeah, I mean, it's really nice. But there is... this is 1978, so I mean, this is pretty much as it was out, as it was coming out. But yeah, you get photos from the movie. I think it explains the movie, kind of what's going on. Yeah, there's a profile of Alec Guinness, the only famous person in it back then. So yeah, I mean, these kind of things. These are, I mean, if you see these, pick them up, I guess. I was just wondering if this was the kind of thing you guys got. I mean, they make annuals now, still, but all the content that they use, that they make for them, is solely for these annuals, and it's filled with a load of dross a lot of the time. They're nowhere near as good as these, but, I mean, that's great. That's great. That just looks awesome. I mean, again, I think the back cover's the same, yeah. They tend to just print them twice. Yeah, and then that one as well, I would recommend. I think that's pretty much it. I used to have a Sonic the Hedgehog one, but it seems to have disappeared.